Hello, everybody. This is your teacher, Joyce. Continue to talk about the time signature. You remember we talk about simple meter and compound meter, right? Simple meter, before, we look for the category of the time signature. You need to know the time signature, right? The upper number is how many beats in each measure, and the lower number is what note gets one beat, right? So 2/2 is 2 beats in each measure, and then half note gets one beat. And 2/4, 2 beats in each measure, and 4, like quarter note, gets one beat. And 2/8. So this is how you read the time signature. And then we have two category of the meter. Sorry, we have a simple meter and compound meter. Simple meter means, each beat right here, each beat can be divided into two. So half note can be divided, each half note can be divided to quarter notes, right? And then here, each quarter note can be divided into eighth note. And then each eighth note can be divided into two 16th notes, right? So this is simple meter, but if you see the upper number is 2, it's double, okay? And if you see the upper number 3, that means triple, okay? And then 4 is quadruple. So simple quadruple meter, simple triple meter, and simple duple meter. So let's continue to talk about compound meter. Compound meter is each bit can be divided into 3, okay? And then first of all, if you look at the time signature here, it's 6/8, right? So what does that mean? 6 bits in each measure, right? 6 bits in each measure. But more important thing is the bottom one. Eighth note gets one beat, right? So in this song, quarter note is not 1 beat anymore, it's 2 beats, okay? So let's look at this measure. We have 6/8 note, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beats in each measure. So you look at the other example is 6/4, that means 6 beats in each measure, but here quarter note gets 1 beat, okay? So here we have 6 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 beats in each measure. So this one is, the time signature is 6/4, and this one is 6/8. So if you look at this example, if you combine 3 eighth note, it's going to be dotted quarter note, right? So dotted quarter note can be divided into 3 eighth notes, right? So this is compound meter. Compound meter, it means each bit can be divided into 3, right? And if you see the dotted quarter note, we have 2 dotted quarter notes. As quaver, quavers is, the eighth note. Okay? Eighth note, we call this one quavers, are grouped into 2 beats. Okay? So these 3 quavers is grouped. Okay, these 3 quavers are grouped into 1 beat, and this one is second beat. That 1 beat and 2 beats, right? So here we can play this one like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But at the same time, we can the other way we can play like 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Okay, so the eighth notes are grouped into 2 bits, so this is duple. Okay, and then you look at the other example, it's compound because these 3 beats, the 3/4 is a crotchet. Crotchet is quarter note. All the different names, but quarter notes, like a 3/4 notes are grouped into 2 bits here. Okay, so this one is dotted half note and then dotted half note. So if you think about, you can make 2 groups. So that's duple. And if you, when you grouped 3 quarters, it's dotted half note. That can be divided into 3 quarter notes. So this is compound. Okay. So this one we count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay. So count, it sounds really similar with 6, 8, and 6, 4. Okay. So you look at this saying here, anytime signature with 6 as top number is compound duple meter. Okay. All right, and then let's move on. Compound triple meter. Okay, so let's look at this. It's 9, 8. That means what? 9 beats in each measure, right? And then eighth, the bottom one, eighth note gets 1 beat. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beats, right? But here it can be divided. Let's say this first. It can be grouped into 3, right? So the quaver, like eighth notes, are grouped into 3 bits as dotted quarter note, and then dotted quarter note can be divided 3 eighth note, right? So each beat can be divided into 3. So this is compound, right? And then this 9 quavers are grouped into 3 bits. So this is compound triple meter. Okay, so you can count this one like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But also you can 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So eighth notes are grouped into 3 bits. So here, anytime signature with 9 as top number, it's compound triple meter. So, like here, 9, 2, 9, 4, 9, 16, for example, for your understanding. 9, 2, what does that mean? Like 9 beats in each measure and half note gets 1 beat, right? 9 beats in each measure and then quarter note gets 1 beat. 9 beats in each measure and 16 notes gets 1 beat. So 2, like half note gets 1 beat, right? So this one is 9, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because half note gets 1 beat, right? So here, these 3 half notes can be grouped into 3. So, this one, the value equivalent with what? Like dotted whole note, right? Because dotted whole note is 6 beats, right? And this one is what? 2, 2, 2, 6. So this one, these 3 half notes its value is equal to dotted whole note. And dotted whole note can be divided into three what? 3 half notes, right? So this is compound, and this one can be divided into, grouped into 3 bits. So this is triple. Another example here, 4, 9, 4, right? So quarter note gets 1 bit. And then we have how many? 9 bit. So this is 9, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? But you can group 3 quarters, right, into 3 bits, like 1, 2, 3. And the value is, this one is dotted half note, right? Because dotted half note is 3 bits, and this one is 3, right? So quarter notes, 3 quarter notes can be grouped into 3, it's not 3, like 9 quarter notes are grouped into 3 dotted half note. And dotted half note can be divided into 3 quarter note, right? Here, 9, 16, that means what? 16 notes gets 1 bit. We have two tails right here, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 16, right? So here, if you added like a 3, 16, that's going to be what? Is that right? Like a dotted 8th note, right? So dotted 8th note, like that. So each bit can be divided into 3. So this is triple compound, right? Compound triple meter. I hope you understood. All right, so let's move on. And then here we have compound quadruple meter. Quadruple means like a 4, right? So if you see here is 12, 8. 12, 8. 12 beats in each measure, and 8th note gets 1 beat, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then also it can be divided into like a grouping, like with the 3 8th note. So 1 chunk, 2, 3, 4. So, this one, the value is equal with dotted quarter note, right? So 8th note are grouped into 4 bits. And then that is like a dotted quarter note. Dotted quarter has 3 8th note, right? So it's like a little math here. So each dotted quarter can be divided into 3 8th notes. So we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Also, you can count like 1, 2, 3, 4, like a grouping into 4 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, okay? So here, any time signature with 12 as top number, it's compound quadruple meter. So here, let me show you. So here, any time signature with 6, 9, 12 is compound meter, okay? And then 6 is duple, because, you know, you think about the multiply, you know, something like compound can be divided into 3, right? So 6 is duple here, okay? And then 9 is triple. 12 is quadruple, like that, okay? So any, you see the top number is 6, 9, 12 as compound meter, okay? So you think about compound, it means, you know, each bit can be divided into 3, okay? And then your top number is 6, 9, 12. You just find out the number is in the square. So it's duple, triple, quadruple, okay? So here, let's look at some examples of the compound meter. So the first song, if you see the screen here, let's look at this. If you see the first song, that is Hallelujah. I know you guys know this song, right? Da 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 da. That song, right? So the time signature. Let's look at the time signature here. Time signature is 6/8. What does that mean? 6 beats in each measure, right? 6 beats in each measure, and then eighth note gets 1 beat, right? So time signature is 6/8, but you could tell me that is compound what? Duple, compound duple meter. Okay, why? Because, you know, the top number is 6. Now let's look at that. So we have 6 beats in each measure. This is eighth note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, so 6 beats in each measure, and then 1/8 note gets 1 beat. So in each measure, you could find, this is 4, you could find 6 beats, okay? And if you look at these 3/8 notes can be grouped into 2 with 1 dotted quarter note here, dotted quarter, right? So it can be divided into, it can be grouped into 2. And these, you look at this one, right? So this is dotted quarter note. How many eighth note here? 3, right? So this one is 3/8 note. These dotted dotted quarter note can be divided into 3. So this is compound, right? And then 6 bits in each measure. And then you figure out what number what number is in the square is duple, right? So when you play this song in the future, this is your what? Your left hand, and this is your right hand, right? So your left hand, you play C, then that value is 3/8 notes, right? So this one is like 3 beats. You have to wait. You play this C, 1, 2, 3. You have to wait. Meanwhile, your right hand is going to play G, E, C, G, E, C. Each 8 note gets 1 beat. So dun, din, dun, dun, din, dun. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's why that is duple. Okay, So let's look at the other example. Okay, so let's look at this example. This is 12/8. 12/8 means 12 beats in each measure, right? And then eighth note gets 1 beat. So let's look at this song. Da-da, this is Chopin, Nocturne OP9 number 2. So, let's look at from this measure, okay? So this one is, let's look at the left hand. So this is what? Eighth note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have eighth note gets 1 beat, and then we have 12 eighth notes, right? So each measure, you look at each measure, it has 12 beats, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then this one can be grouped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 4 groups, right? So this is what? Quadruple. Right? Quadruple. We have quadruple, like a compound, because you look at this one, these 3 eighth notes can be, this eighth note value is 1 dotted quarter note, right? And this one is also 1 dotted quarter. This one, 1 dotted quarter. This one also 1 dotted quarter. And they can be divided into 3 eighth note. So this is compound. Okay, this is compound meter. But when you look at this, this top number is 12. Since the compound means each bit can be divided into 3, you just figure out what number is supposed to be in this square is 4, right? So you look at this, these groups like 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can group, each dotted quarter note can be divided into 4 groups. So this one is compound quadruple meter. Okay, so maybe I can play with the keyboard next time. Okay, I didn't turn on the keyboard, and it takes a little bit time to turn on because my keyboard is such an old one. All right, so it looks so complicating, but if you know the time signature, it gives you clear counting information. Then I think it's easy. Okay, at least you can count the time, right? The beats like 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, because you're not gonna count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's hard, right? So that's why we can make groups. Okay, so let's look at the 1, 2, like a third measure here, right here. When you play with your left hand, like a 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, right? But when you count, like if you want to count like each eighth note, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then when you look at your right hand, this is 3 beats, right? So da 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 di da 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 da, because it has like a 3 eighth notes here. Okay, you're gonna get there. All right, so let's look at another example. Okay, so this one, let's look at this one. I'm not gonna play right now, but don't be freaked out. But you just look at the time signature here. This is 9/8, right? So what means 9 beats in each measure, and then eighth note gets 1 beat, right? So let's look at that. Oh, this is what? Quarter rest. Its value is the same with the quarter, quarter note, right? So quarter note has 2 eighth notes, right? So 1, 2. Okay, and then this one is what? 3. And this one, 4, 5, 6. Why? Because one dotted quarter has how many eighth note? 3. Here, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here, dotted half note. This is how to analyze the song. How many eighth note? 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we haven't learned this one. Skip. But you look at this one, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so each measure satisfies the 9 beats, right? Eighth note gets 1 beat, so quarter note gets 2, right? And then dotted quarter, 3. Dotted half, 6, right? You have to think about a little bit of your math here. All right, so let's look at this measure. So here, let's think about this one. The top one first. The 3 eighth note. This one can be grouped into how many groups? 3, right? And then this is going to be 1 dotted quarter, right? So this is compound because that can be divided into 3 eighth notes. So this is compound. And how many group you have? 3. So this is what? Compound triple meter, right? Okay, well, let's move on. This one we did. All right, one more. Oh, not this one. Oh, look at this one. Oh, you know this song, right? Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, right? Okay, so let's look at this one. This one is what? 9/8. 9/8. I think we did this one, right? But let's look at first here. This is 9 beats in each measure, and then eighth note gets 1 beat, right? So you don't think about this measure, but let's start from the second one. 1. This is how many eighth note? 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 1, 2, 3, another dotted quarter, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So each measure, it satisfies 9 beats, right? And then this one can be divided what? 3 eighth note. Because dotted quarter has 3 eighth notes, right? In this song, okay, it's not 4, 4, it's 9, 8. So this is compound, and how many groups? 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is what? Compound triple meter. Okay, so these are some examples here.